I'm Kori Nicole with First of Us TV. How are you all?
Good.
Doing
Hey,
We're better
good.
now. You look
yeah,
so
you're
gorgeous.
Oh my
gorgeous.
God, buddy, oh, thank you. You do too. I'm so excited for the debut of, the series, and I can tell you all are so fashion forward. So can you just like describe a little bit about your fashion sense throughout the series? Like, did you have a specific in mind, or like how did you all like, showcase yourselves?
Oh,
Ooh, I
ooh.
mean, I definitely, there would be days I like thought about my outfit. I'm like, we're filming today. I need to wear this. But for the most part, I think like
Yeah.
my clothes are always just crazy in general. So like I could throw on a t-shirt and it says like the craziest thing or like the most colorful outfit and it kind of worked. But
I think I totally agree that like sometimes I would just dress up and they'd be like, "Oh, you're serving a look today." I'm like, "Oh,
I'm like, this is
I'm just wearing
cash.
it." But also I like as a model, like I dress up for a living, which I love. But sometimes when I'm home, I want to just wear like a t-shirt and jeans,
Yeah.
and like that's also me. And so to be able to show that side of me was like important in some ways, to show like, hey, I'm also like really casual and chill.
Fair. Well, I roll out of bed and just like, oh, this is the closest shirt I could
I mean,
find.
but I mean, good taste is something you
Yeah,
can't
it's
admire.
about like how you wear it.
Yeah,
You notice we were all so confident in everything
yeah,
that we were
never,
wearing.
yeah.
So it could have been like a tank top and then it's like a full
It's,
outfit.
yeah, it's still a look. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
No, for sure. The confidence definitely oozes. I love it. I love that.
Yay.
Fernando, since you are like a model, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with being in the model industry, especially since you're so young and like, you're have a successful career?
Thank you. I think that what's really important to me has always been about being myself and that like being celebrated for my queerness and my approach to life, let's call it. I think that I've been very fortunate to have an amazing team behind me. Like my agents are just like the best people because they fully understand who I am and they're not trying to shape me or like make me be this version of myself to please the market. I think that we've been really honest about who like Fernando is and like what I want to do in this fashion industry. I feel like I never saw myself as a model. Like I'm a performer first, but modeling is like one of the roles that I fulfill. And for me, it's always like I approach it with the most like with my performance brain. I'm stepping onto set. I'm like embodying the character that they put with you can tell from the outfit what this girl looks like, who this guy is, what they're giving. And so I always approach it like it's fun for me. It's like it's the best job in the world. I love it.
I love that. That this is for, each of you. I just wanting to like know, since this is about like Gen Z, what is something that you all would like for fans to take away from each and every one of you after the series is over, after they finish watching everything in its entirety?
Mhm.
Ooh, I mean, I would definitely like for people, like the reason why I started this or decided to go with this entire process, I definitely would like people to realize that like, queer and trans youth can have very happy and like honest lives. I think there are a lot of movies and just series and a lot of shows that I've seen that have been very negative when it comes to just queer people in general.
Yeah.
And I think the show does an amazing job. The producers do an amazing job at just making sure everyone's seen as very real and authentic, but a lot of smiles and a lot of laughs.
I would say the biggest, takeaway I want whoever is watching to get from this is pretty much like feeling unstoppable is like the one
Yeah.
thing. Like I want you to like, feel unstoppable wherever it is, you're where it's aspiration, whether it's like, owning your identity, wherever it is, just feeling like, being the best version of yourself you could be. And I think that's what we all aspire to be every
Yes.
single day. And also just being open to evolve, like we've all evolved to this incredible, like, individual, and which, you get to see while watching the show. It's like, even when we started filming to the end of like when we grew so much, it's like,
Yeah.
within such a short time period. And yeah, like that's pretty much
Yeah.
that.
I think my biggest takeaway from this show is like our humanity. I feel like we as humans like have been so vulnerable and so generous with the amount that we've shared with the world. And I think that that's a really important aspect of the show because it shows that like we're just we're figuring it out as we
Yes.
go
As we
too,
go,
you
yeah.
know. But the point is that we're working towards something, whatever that goal is, whatever your dream is, like we're working towards it, and that's what makes the dream come. It's not just waiting for it to happen, you know. But for us, for people to see that we also have days that we're not
Mhm.
feeling our best, and that we're having some time that we need to just like to collect ourselves or
Yes.
to get back out there, you know. But for people to see that it's not all sunshines and rainbows, that sometimes you need to like take a second,
Mhm.
like that's really important too.
Going off of that, did each of you have a challenging moment, like a specific one in mind that you felt like throughout the series that you were like, okay, this is really, you know, like they're gonna see me for who I am, like this is like invasion of privacy, not really, but you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't an invasion, because at the end of the day, we did invite them in.
Mhm.
And so it became this like collaborative experience, because they wanted us to be our realest, like most vulnerable selves. But of course, we wanted to be that too, because or else the show wouldn't be fun to watch,
Yeah.
you know. But like for me personally, I was going through a pretty bad breakup when we first started filming. Actually, when I first met Jess, like she caught my whole relationship and then the breakup and everything. So it was like a very pivotal moment in my life that I learned a lot of lessons. That it's kind of crazy to think that, wow, we captured that on camera and it's also shot beautifully. Like, and so to be able to witness that, I think will be kind of very cathartic in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
To be able to see a moment that for me was a really low moment, to be able to see that now in a place where I feel empowered, where I feel like success, like from this show coming to like, for actually to be able to like share it with the world, like it's gonna be such a crazy feeling to watch that unfold on screen.
Mhm. Do you have
A
one?
challenging moment.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm trying to think. I don't
Yeah.
even remember. I feel like for the most part, when I was filming, that like Fernando said, it's very collaborative. So if there was something that they were like, "Can we film this?" and a simple no would like suffice, they would be okay with it. I think like one time they wanted me to like go visit my mom in Virginia, and they were gonna come, and I was just like, I don't really want that. But yeah, other than that, I think it was pretty chill
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, it's
personally.
like always like I've never gotten any like pushback whatsoever. It's like if I, and I also it's one thing also I feel like we got to know each other so much, like knowing the crew and the producers, like they can sense when I'm becoming uncomfortable before I
Yes.
become uncomfortable. It's like
For sure.
so it's one of those things where like yeah, it didn't feel challenging. I think there was like mutual respect. That which is why we all signed up for this in the first place. It's like if it was like any other film crew or any other producers, I feel like I don't know, like we probably want to sign up, but like we were blessed to be surrounded by
Yes.
the amazing individuals put this together.
True.
I'm so glad you all had a beautiful experience, and I cannot wait for everyone to literally see you all for who you are, when it debuts. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all do next, and thank you so much for taking the time out with me today.